Good morning. Good morning. Much better. Hi, I'm Jeff Morin. I'm president of the college, and it's my profound honor to welcome you to this no Zoom, live, in-person celebration of our graduating class of 2022. Our MC this morning is going to be Steve Hansen, Vice President for Academic Affairs at the college. Steve? First, please be seated.
First, I'd like to thank you all so much for being here for this celebration of these students. It's been an extraordinary couple of years in a lot of ways, and they've shown a level of grit and determination that I think is really worth celebrating. So thank you for being here to join us. I would first like to introduce Jules Reisling. She's been elected to speak on behalf of the graduating communication design majors. Jules is receiving her BFA in communication design and illustration.
Fellow students, they do get caught on your sleeve, so please be careful. Alrighty. President Jeff Morin, trustees, faculty, staff, friends, and fellow graduates, as well as everyone else who has woken up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday to celebrate the success of the individuals in front of me today, I am honored to speak here on this important day. But first, I'd like to thank my family and friends for their continued love and support, which has undoubtedly helped to get where I am today. Without that strong support system, I surely wouldn't be here. My time at MIAD has been a bit different than those of you in front of me. I started out at a different college as an illustration and chemistry double major. Before I could transfer, I needed to meet with MIAD faculty beforehand to hear more about life here compared to my previous college. When I met with them, I remembered they said this: don't stare at the students, because MIAD students will be different from you. Now, as someone who is going to a college whose values do not align with my own, this is great news for me. People who look and think like me, people who like the things that I like. To put it lightly, I was excited to see what MIAD had to offer. And just after 1 month of attending MIAD, I was invited to the Dungeons & Dragons Club by one of my peers. And when I brought my Nintendo Switch to school to pass time, someone else struck up a conversation with me about upcoming games we were anticipating. These tiny moments are what was missing from my experience at my previous school. These tiny moments of someone reaching out to talk to me, to ask me what I'm interested in, or to geek out about the new Animal Crossing game that was expected to come out. These moments are what compelled me to transfer, and that fall, I started my junior year as a river rat. One of the biggest things that helped me make my decision was feeling accepted and welcomed here. As someone who is queer, mixed, and neurodivergent, there weren't a lot of spaces for people who could see eye to eye with me. These spaces were isolating, and I didn't like it at all. I wanted to be happy, and these spaces were not making me happy. So, after everything this class has gone through, including a continued global pandemic, my humble request is that you take this piece of advice from me. You never know what you need until you don't have it anymore. I wasn't receiving acceptance and empathy, despite having much to give from the previous spaces I've been in, and I knew something needed to change. So I ask you all to reflect on what you need after all this, and to gather the will to go get it, because it might be too late if you don't. Make those changes. Take those risks. Who knows what tomorrow will bring or take away from you? You have all worked your butts off to make it to this point, so don't let it go to waste because of a lost chance. Congratulations, class of 2022, and thank you.
I love that. It helps remind us why we're here and what makes MIAD really special. It's our values. Thank you, Jules. Next, I would like to introduce, who am I introducing this? Ali Suski, who's been elected to speak on behalf of the graduating interior architecture and design majors. Ali is receiving her BFA in interior architecture and design with a minor in business.
She's right about those stairs. Okay. Hi, everybody. Friends, family, thank you all for being here this morning. My name is Allie, and yes, classmates, to answer your question, I am an interior architecture and design major. We do exist. And I brought along another student for proof. Hi, I'm Jenna, the proof. Coming from a major of only 11 students, we tend to become really close to one another, which is why it seems fitting to deliver this speech and work together one last time. We are honored to represent the IID major as we end our MIAD careers and move on to bigger and better things. To quote Confucius, or more so my dad, find a job. Okay, not find a job, sorry, I got really nervous. But also find a job. Choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. So I believe that's what we're doing here as art and design students. She heard it from her dad, and I first heard the quote from my pap, so clearly it's a popular one. I have held these words of wisdom close as I grew up, and my love for creativity flourished. I am sure I'm not alone when I say that choosing a creative career path is not always seen by everyone as optimal. But when you have such passion for what we do and the commitment/drive to follow it, it is a choice that makes itself, one that has brought us here today. Okay, so this sounds a bit cheesy, but guys, we made it. This graduation is kind of a big deal, and we should be proud of how far we've come. If you think about it, we're celebrating a lot of lasts today. So our last critiques, last classes, pulled our last all-nighters, and have eaten our last MIAD chicken tenders. At least, as we leave here today, we're officially creative professionals. We're going to be using the skills we've perfected over the years, and we can finally create the future that we've all envisioned for ourselves since our first day. Looking back through our time at MIAD, it has been 4 years of constant changes, both individually and as a society. As a freshman, I remember having such an idyllic view of what it was going to be like going to an art school, and how it was going to be so much easier than going to a normal college, right? As you can tell by the laughter, I think every graduate in here would echo us when we say that getting to this moment was anything but easy. We had to persevere not only through typical college challenges, but also challenges beyond our control. We were only sophomores when the pandemic began, and if it isn't obvious, moving an art and design school online is about as impractical as it can get. We lost nearly half of our in-person college experience, which makes having this graduation in person that much more special. Though these obstacles we've overcome, I believe it's kind of allowed us to reflect on what is most important to us. Though graduation may feel like an end of our story, it's instead the start of a much bigger chapter in our lives, which is our careers. As artists and designers, we are privileged with having a true passion for what we do, something that will fuel us and take us to the next big step into the unknown. The future can be both exciting and daunting, though as we break away from our lives as students and enter into what's always been referred to us as the real world, I'm confident now, seeing like an immensely group of talented people, that we are ready. Closing this chapter on MIAD is a bittersweet moment. It has definitely come with many challenges, but also triumphs that have shaped us into the creative professionals that we are today.
In these moments, I think of the statement where passion finds purpose, and reflect on just how much those words sum up our last 4 years. We all have the passion, and now with the help of MIAD, we have all found our purpose. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Ali and Jenna. Next, I would like to introduce Olivia Lorber, who's been elected to speak on behalf of the graduating New Studio Practice Fine Arts majors. Olivia is receiving her BFA in New Studio Practice Fine Arts with a minor in art history.
Hello? Okay, to reiterate a few things the other speakers have said, I want to welcome my fellow graduates, teachers, faculty, and friends, everyone who helped us get here today. I want to first start off by saying a huge congratulations to the class of 2022. Today is the day we've all been working toward for the last 4 years. All of those sleepless nights and hours spent in the building until the 15 minutes till closing bell made us all jump out of our seats have led us to this moment. We've gone through quite the untraditional college experience, to say the least. Despite starting freshman year in a polar vortex and spending the last 2 in a global pandemic, our energy toward creating was unwavering. We developed a truly unique and special environment for our artwork to grow. Rather than talking about the 1.5 years that we spent online, I want to focus on the time we spent together side by side. Looking back on freshman year now brings tears to my eyes, partly because I came to MIAD when I was 17 and have spent some of the most transformative years of my life here with all of you. And partly because I made some heavily questionable painting choices back then. Needless to say, I could not be prouder of how far all of our artwork has come. Sharing tightly knit studio spaces, having 4-day-long critiques, and rewriting our artist statements together for the 50th time are all things I will truly miss when we leave here today. As I reflect on my time at MIAD, it becomes clear to me that I've learned so much from my fellow graduates. I've learned not only how to improve my work, but how to navigate my life as an artist. Because of each of you, I now know how to be resilient and how to continue showing up for my art practice, regardless of what is thrown at me when life gets in the way. The class of 2022, especially my fellow NSP majors, have shown me how to make the best out of a bad situation time and time again. We finished our thesis projects weeks earlier than expected and put together 3 of the loveliest exhibitions I have ever seen. We have shown up for each other in vulnerability, we continued to make our art even when it felt like the world stopped, and we've carried art projects bigger than our own bodies through the snow in negative 20-degree weather. You've all shown me that there's not a single thing I can't do if I put my mind to it. As cheesy as that sounds, as we transition into our careers as professional working artists, it's important to remember how much power we possess. Coming to art school and dedicating our lives wholeheartedly to art and our creative passions is courageous, especially when the world is not set up for our work to always align with what we love. We're carving out a space for ourselves in a world that needs art more than it thinks it does. You all are the strongest, most eloquent, and imaginative people I've ever met, and I can't wait to see where your art takes you. I'll keep an eye out for your names on screens and the biggest galleries out there. Congratulations again to a group of artists I truly love, the class of 2022.
Thank you, Olivia. Next, it's my privilege to introduce a colleague. Kim Miller is Chair of New Studio Practice and Fine Arts, and she's been elected to speak on behalf of the faculty.
So hi, I'm so happy to be seeing you, seeing me, seeing you here today. I'm the chair of MIAD's Fine Art, New Studio Practice major, and as Steve said, my name is Kim Miller. It's truly an honor, and I'm sorry I'm going to read to stay focused. It's truly an honor to be asked to speak on behalf of MIAD faculty here today on this day of celebration of your achievement. I was both thrilled and terrified when invited to speak. The pressure of this at this moment of significance for you all is a lot. This is my attempt at rising to meet the deeply awesome and wonderful magnitude of this occasion. and it truly is wonderful we join you in your celebration. I wanted to give you some useful information, something functional you can take with you beyond today. And so I tried to take all kinds of different directions, but in the end, I really was faced with a lot of questions for you and ultimately for me. What will life be like for you next after graduation? What will you be doing? What is art and design, and why should we care? What is the role of culture in society? Who is an artist and designer in the 21st century? And really, all of those questions fall under this larger umbrella of what does the role of the artist and designer do in society? Do being the key actional verb. It's moving, it's doing something. It's a process. So our society, for the sake of this moment, let's call it the United States, is in theory an open society. The concept of an open society, one that is democratic, one that is free, is based on the idea that no one is in possession of the ultimate truth. It's complicated, right? When one is in touch with the complexities, it's impossible to be certain. There's an element of doubt. If we fail to recognize that we may be wrong, we can only undermine any action done in the world. I'm going to read a quick quote by a director in New York, Anne Bogart. The artist or designer's job is to stay alive and awake in the space between convictions and certainties. The truth in art and design exists in the tension between contrasting realities. You try to find shapes that embody certain ambiguities and uncertainties. While resisting certainty, you try to be as lucid and exact as possible from that state of imbalance. You act from direct experience of the environment. So, my words of wisdom start with this. Feeling doubt, feeling fear, feeling uncertainty doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means that you're aware of the complexities and multiple possibilities. When one is in touch with complexity, it's impossible to be certain. Certainty, taken to its extremes, leads to fascism, leads to violence. Can we rethink some of our systems, big systems, politics, economics, society, so that they become more welcoming, inclusive, benevolent? Do we need to overthrow existing systems and start from scratch? Can you affect change from the inside, or do you need to dismantle the house? These are the kinds of questions that art and design grapple with, and these are the questions that face you all. Trying out different subject positions, fitting different shapes into multiple scenarios. The artist and designer's job is to stay alive and awake in the space between convictions and certainties. Juggling these ambiguities and uncertainties and unknowns, and still finding the courage to take action. Whether that action is picking up a camera or a paintbrush or a rock, and doing something with no guarantee that what that something will produce. Because ultimately, what being an artist or a designer means is to embrace fear, embrace doubt, and the unknown, to meet these face to face and still find the power to act. It's a tremendous privilege that we're able to consider these questions at all, and that we're in a position where we can speak about both the theoretical and the material implications of culture. So remember, we're not doing any of this alone. Your peers, faculty, staff, administration, board here at MIAD have supported you. Your family has supported you big time. Can you all give a round of applause for your family that's here? Your friends, your high school teachers, your elementary school teachers, and so many more. Remember those that came before you, your ancestors. Those ancestors may be blood relatives, they may be cultural relatives, they may be connected to you through a lineage of work. They're all walking with you let's be thankful that they acted so that you may too. You're a unique group of students who have lived through the pandemic while in college. There was a period of physical distancing. We weren't able to be in the same room sharing space together. We weren't socially distanced, however, as we were still connected together via the screen, and through the screen connected to a social space. But the screen is a very frontal experience dominated by visuality. It involves this, and we forget about this. We forget we have a back. We forget about the back of our head. And so with this in mind, and by this I mean all of it, the pandemic, new beginnings, endings, I'd like to close today with a small exercise that we do together. If you've had me in class, you know, I do love a little exercise that will bring us into a space of togetherness, of presencing. And you can do this right where you are, you won't have to move. And this practice that I'm about to introduce is not based in any religion or faith. It's a way to build community sonically through sound vibration. So let's step into a sonic space together. Some of you may be familiar with this. It's called the bumblebee breath. And it's very simple. You inhale through your nose, if possible, and you exhale through your nose, and on the exhalation, you hum. So I'll demonstrate. It doesn't matter if you can sing or not. We can all hum, right? If you can breathe, you can hum. And let's be grateful also that we can breathe in this moment. So I'm going to step away from the podium and give you some visual cues. So let's start it, and let's see how it goes. Ready? So everybody inhale. On the exhale through your nose, hum. Normally I would take us through all the different body parts and then make a hum through our feet, through our hips, through our stomach, heart, head, but I know I'm going to get dragged off the stage. If you can, or feel moved to do so, put your hand on your chest and either find the corresponding place on your back or imagine it. And we're going to emit a hum from our chest. Ready? Inhale. All right, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you all. I invite you to take this practice with you and do it whenever you want. I'm deeply honored to have been a part of your experience, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the opportunity to photo bomb. It's always one of the things I look forward to. Thank you, Kim, for those inspiring words. I think I feel a little calmer now, which is not a bad thing when you're standing up in front on stage. Next, I would like to introduce Ashley Luchinsky, who is the incoming chair of Writing and Humanities. She is going to present an Emeritus Award to Judith Harway.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations. I'm here today to award, well, I guess I'm not awarding her, but I'm here to introduce and recognize my great friend and colleague, Judith Harway, for the rank of Professor Emerita. I will say that as a writing instructor, I feel included inclined to say that these words are not all mine. Give credit where credit is due, right? Leslie Fedorchuk was supposed to be giving this award, so these are some of her words, but they're also some of mine. So remember that, credit where credit is due, right? So Judith began teaching writing at MIAD in 1991. Her retirement at the end of last year, a year when we were all teaching online, did not allow us to send her off with the celebratory acknowledgement of her accomplishments, which are so very many. The classroom was a place where Judith met students with passion and rigor and joy. Her teaching was not only about the content she was sharing with her students, but it was also about building community and trust. She had an uncanny ability to see each student, and they knew it. When she met a student who was interested in writing, even if they didn't recognize it in themselves at first, she would nurture and encourage them to develop their skills. There are many alums who write professionally or as part of their practice who could trace their pursuit of the written word right back to Judith. She also loved to figure out unique ways to insert humor into her class. She's the only person I know of who hired her dog as a TA for her writing class during the pandemic. He introduced each course unit and demonstrated how he would do the assignments. Not surprisingly, students loved this. Judith has a special place in her heart for animals, fostering them, caring for them, and letting everyone know that they are members of her family. In addition to being an inspiring educator, Judith is a widely published poet, memoirist, and essayist. Her work has earned 2 Wisconsin Art Board Literature Fellowships, the Eric Hoffer Award, the Muse Prize for Excellence in Poetry from the Wisconsin Fellowship of Poets, and numerous other honors. Her collections of poetry include All That Is Left, a collaboration with Louisa Loveridge Gallus, Kathleen Ann Dale, and Bill Murtaugh titled Vanishing Point, and the chapbook Swimming in the Sky and the Memory Box. Her most recent book, Sundown, A Daughter's Memoir of Alzheimer's Care, received the Eric Hoffer Award. Aside from her rigorous practice as a writer and the 110% she gave to her students, Judith is an activist. She is a hands-on participant through service and protest on behalf of her community. Whether it was an open letter to the mayor about the death of a MIAD student and the surrounding violence of our city towards brown and black people, or her work with the League of Women Voters and Voices de la Frontera around voter education and registration, Judith is a champion of the issues she deeply cared about. That Judith Harway has earned the rank of Professor Emeritus is beyond question. MIAD is fortunate to have a person of such caliber as a member of the faculty. Her contributions to the college community and generations of students are immeasurable. I feel privileged to have worked with her as a colleague and as a friend. Please help me in congratulating Judith Harway.
Thank you, Ashley and Judith. Next, I would like to introduce Sarah Zimmerman, who will be speaking on behalf of our Board of Trustees.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Zimmerman. As chair of MIAD's Board of Trustees, I have the honor of saying a few words to you today on the happy occasion of your graduation. I'm probably the least familiar face up here on this stage, so let me talk briefly about what trustees are here for. The Board of Trustees works with President Moran on long-term planning to ensure that the college stays strong and financially healthy. We help raise funds so that MIAD can grow and innovate by adding new curricula and making improvements to the campus without taking away from existing programs. And perhaps most importantly, we help spread the word about the incredible work that MIAD students do as you prepare to launch your careers, starting the moment you step foot on campus. Luckily, that last part about getting the word out is super easy. When I tell people I volunteer at MIAD, their faces light up. When we invite executives to campus for tours, they jump at the chance to see our talented students in action. We hosted a group visit to your senior exhibition last week, and our guests were surprised, and I would even say overwhelmed by what they saw. By the time they left, their preconceptions of undergraduate art and design work had been turned completely inside out. And no wonder, your thesis projects inspire, delight, and challenge provoking both thought and emotion. So I want to thank you for sharing your talents with all of us, with visitors to the senior exhibition who are inspired and moved by your thesis projects, with your Innovation Center clients and your future employers, and with those of us lucky to get to hang around MIAD and see up close how a new generation of artists and designers is changing the world for the better. Thank you for all of the ways you contribute, and congratulations to you and your families on your well-earned success.
Well, we keep getting closer to the moment we've all been waiting for. You'll notice that each of our graduates is adorned with a cord. The color of these cords signifies the student's major. Communication majors, design majors are wearing red cords, interior architecture and design majors are wearing burnt orange cords, and new studio practice fine arts majors are wearing blue cords. Some students will also be wearing maroon, white, and gold cords to signify membership in Alpha Lambda, Delta, ALD. ALD is a national honor society that recognizes academic excellence in the first year of college. Amazingly, I think, considering especially what we've been through in the last couple of years of higher education, roughly 1/3 of our graduates will receive an additional cord along with their diploma to signify academic excellence. Summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. Summa cum laude is the highest level of academic achievement that a student can earn. Those students who earn a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or above will receive a white cord. We have 15 students who earned a white cord this year. Magna cum laude is the second highest level of academic achievement that students can earn. Those students who earned a cumulative GPA between 3.8 and 3.89 will receive a gold cord. We have 22 students who have earned the gold cord this year. Cum laude is the third highest level of academic achievements that students can earn. Those students who earned a cumulative GPA between 3.5 and 3.79 will receive a silver cord. We have 67 students who have earned that silver cord this year. All graduates' names will be read, and those in attendance will cross the stage. Graduates, please step on the X for your photo and then proceed to Jeff to receive your diploma. We ask the audience to please hold your applause for each student until their entire program of accomplishments has been read. First row of graduates, please stand.
Good morning. Welcome. My name is Adam Setela. I'm the chair of MIAD's Communication Design program. It is my honor this morning to read the names of this year's graduating seniors from Communication Design. Isabella Kathleen Aarons, Magna cum laude, by the way. Natalie Ames. Anna Baldwin. Julia Cullen, cum laude. Abigail Duda, minor, advertising, cum laude. Lucero Gallegos, minor illustration. Maybelline Garcia Romero. Demi Glessick, summa cum laude. Tiffany May Gorski. Aaron Gray, minor interior architecture and design, summa cum laude. Gavin Hallman. Andrew Juliet, minor interior architecture and design, cum laude. Rebecca Kennedy. Isabel Ruth Kern, cum laude. Christine Lee, minor illustration, magna cum laude. Kaylee Lesser, cum laude. Chiara Macarena, cum laude. Griffin McDermott, cum laude. Dion Melbrook Rogers, cum laude. Casey Miller, double major communication design and illustration, cum laude. Joshua Navarro, minor digital media production, summa cum laude. Krista Ailhoffen, minors in digital media production and illustration, magna cum laude. Alyssa Pasternak, minor, new studio practice. Isabella Potek Rettler, minor, illustration, cum laude. Kristen Quintanilla, magna cum laude. Annabelle Ramos. Jules Reisling, majors, communication design and illustration, summa cum laude. Brooke Rizzo. Reese Russo, minor, furniture design, magna cum laude. Manny Sanchez. Hannah Schmidt, minors in digital media production and illustration. Leroy Isaac Strowig, minors in digital media production and illustration, magna cum laude. Martin Villapando, cum laude, minor in illustration. Jared Westline, cum laude.
Good morning. I'm Thornton Walser. I'm the chair of the 3D Design Department. I oversee both interior architecture and design and industrial and product design. And although I do not teach in the IAD department, I hope that I encourage you to visit their studio spaces. From the beginning, this class has always impressed me with their professionalism and creativity, and you see it immediately in their work in all of the spaces that they have designed. The following students are graduating from the Interior Architecture and Design Department. Benjamin Joseph Caballero with a minor in furniture, cum laude. Axel Frank, with a minor in furniture. Michaela Frazier, with a minor in communication design and sustainability. Drew Huck, with a minor in writing, cum laude. Megan Marie Genevieve Mack, with a minor in furniture, cum laude. Thomas Pham, with a minor in communication design. Jenna Slaby. Terrell Sparks, a minor in furniture. Sky Strasser. Allison Suski, with a minor in business, magna cum laude. Madison Page Whitehead, cum laude.
Hello again, I'm Kim Miller, and it's my honor to award MIAD's Fine Art New Studio Practice Class of 2022. Welcome them to the stage to receive their diplomas. Ready? Simon Arpin, cum laude. Taylor Ousley. Emily Bodeker, magnum cum laude. Chloe Shea Brunker. Harris Cobb, cum laude. Maxwell Dayringer, cum laude. Graciela Delgado, cum laude. Anna Marie America Edwards, cum laude. Khalees Ferguson, cum laude. Bailey M. Fox, cum laude. Kenzie Gady. Maya Gatanillo. Cum laude, cum laude. Sarah Gerbasi. Kaya Harris, magna cum laude. Benjamin Herbert, summa cum laude. David Hernandez. Caleb Hibbs. Wea Imani. Jay Giannopoulos, cum laude. Carmen Sophia Diamond King. Willard Kolstad, magna cum laude. Hannah Lee Krennick, cum laude. Haley Krob. Kai Lentz, cum laude. Abigail Grace Logston. Sadie Grace Louise Lookabow, art history minor, summa cum laude. Olivia Lane Lorber, art history minor, summa cum laude. Jennifer Martinez, summa cum laude. Bradley Elizabeth McCoy. Reagan Mulvey, summa cum laude. Milo May Nelson. Taj Pollard, cum laude. Madeline Renner. Care Richardson. Avery Faye Wood Shantz, magna cum laude. Meg Schlafer. Sophia Angelise Schneider, art history minor. Abby Schwab, art management and psychology minor. Jasper Scott. Artemis Siddickman, magna cum laude. Shatwan Sierra Janae Simpson, cum laude. Maria Spangle, art history minor, cum laude. Ryan Story. Noah Tesmer, cum laude. Suzu Utes, art history minor. Austin Van Sluis, magna cum laude. Alexander Vargas. Hang Yu Wang.
Yay! That's my brother right there.
Megan Wilborn, cum laude. Eduardo Safala, cum laude.
And now for the second half of the ceremony, where I will be showing you how my toes breathe. First of all, I would like to ask the graduating class to stand for the conferment of the degree, the official part. The Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Trustees by the state of Wisconsin, and upon recommendation of the faculty, hereby confer upon you, with all of the honors, rights, privileges, the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts. Graduates, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side, making it official. Alumni, please be seated. Ooh, tricky, wasn't that? All right then. So around the country, presidents at this point in the ceremony or the celebration are giving a charge to the graduating class. And think of a charge like a final assignment. With no due date, you're good. But think about it as that one parting assignment for you. And every year, I think about this, I don't script it, I want it to reflect the class that is graduating. And this year I've taken my inspiration from a student project. And it's a student project that you've most likely seen and experienced if you walked the center stairwells. There were, with masking tape on the floor, I might add, there were typographic examples that we walked over going up and down the stairs for the last several weeks. And I pulled 3 of those to craft the charge for you. I belong here at MIAD. My story is beautiful. My voice is needed. So my charge to you is help, even if it's one person, belong. Help someone find beauty in their story. And use your voice to make room for someone else's voice. So, graduating class, that is my charge to you as you move forward. Now, a little bit of housekeeping notes here. I'd like to ask the audience to allow the faculty and the graduates to exit first. The graduates will be directed out of the theater to the Milwaukee Center. Family and friends will be directed to exit the Pabst from the Water Street exit and can meet up with the graduates in the Milwaukee Center. Or re-enter the Pabst at the Wells Street entrance if you're attending the next ceremony. A reminder to you that the senior exhibition is open at MIAD until 5 o'clock. And I want to make one editorial comment about the senior exhibition. For all of us, first, it was so wonderful to see the exhibition in reality, in our space, in our building, in our home. And this year, as reflected in the number of honors that so many of you have received, the senior show was stupendous. And I want to make sure that you hear that. It was beautiful. So if you have a chance, folks, make your way to MIAD before 5 p.m. And this is at the one point in the ceremony where I have to apologize on behalf of the faculty and the staff, and remind you that it's not our fault. Each year, our graduates select the music that will be played as we exit the ceremony.